Here we go. So welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the first episode of, well, guess what is a new series? 2K24 is out finally. We're all enjoying it, it seems. There's a bit of drama here and there, which I'm going to talk about. I'm going to give you my perspective on that. But overall, the game seems to be, certainly from a gameplay perspective, really positively received. I jumped into it yesterday. I had a ton of fun on this game. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit today about my mindset, why I react to things the way I do sometimes, why I maybe don't get as angry or annoyed as, you know, some of you guys, and maybe don't get as angry and annoyed as maybe you want me to be a lot of the time. But there's a reason for that. I'm going to talk to you about it. I'm also going to remind you who I am in this community throughout this video. I'm just going to do that for a select few people, but really what we're here to do is talk about my first day on the game. So this is what the series is going to be. I'm just going to play the game and I'm going to update you guys as I go through the year on what I've been doing, what, you know, I've been achieving. And really the headline of this video is I had a complete change in mindset from the beginning of playing this game to the end of playing it yesterday, which is going to lead me to do something I haven't done before. Now, as a spoiler, as you can see, we opened up all of our packs, all the stuff we got for free. I did purchase the Hall of Fame pass, but at this stage, guys, and this is a big realization I've had, at this stage, I don't see myself spending another penny on the game. Now, that might change. I'm not saying that's gospel. I'm not making any promises, but I found as I played the game yesterday, there was zero reason to spend money. Now, with the Hall of Fame pass, you obviously get a few things. Like I got the Giannis, who I think, does he come with the Pro Pass as well? I think he does. But I was like, let me just get the best version of this, just so I have access to all the content. And I think that as a content creator, I think that's important. Do I think you should get the Hall of Fame pass? Honestly, probably not. I think the big conclusion I came to with playing this game yesterday is you don't need to spend money on it. You can have fun. For one fundamental reason, the gameplay is fun. And some of these budget cards, these entry-level cards that I was using yesterday, I felt are far superior to any of the amethysts, maybe even some of the diamonds that are coming. They can just do the job. And if you've got a skill set and you know what you're doing, I'm not elite at the game, but I know what I'm doing. If you've got that level of kind of skill and understanding of the game, you can have success with emeralds, sapphires. You don't need those cards. And that's the real thing I want to get across in this video through what I did yesterday. So when I loaded up the game, I jumped online pretty quickly. I played one game of Triple Threat offline and then I just wanted to get online because I know I'm someone who struggles. This is some advice for you guys. I'm someone who tends to struggle early in the game, and it's because it takes me a little bit of time to get confident to go online. This year I said, you know what, to hell with it. I'm just gonna go online. I'm probably gonna get bots. There's things I still need to figure out. And the one mistake I made really quickly is I got my shot timing wrong. Now, I've obviously played the game twice before. I kind of knew what my shot timing would be, but I was watching another content creator who was shooting on jump rather than set point, which is the fastest timer for jumpers. And I decided to try it as well. I don't know why. And this is why you need to be really careful that kind of second-hand information doesn't leak into your brain and you start making decisions that don't really benefit you. Because that's what I did yesterday. I went to jump and it didn't work. I couldn't shoot. I could not shoot. And I was losing games. I came out of the gate pretty rough, to be honest. It wasn't good for the first sort of half an hour, but we started to figure it out bit by bit. The first game mode that I really jumped into was salary cap, and I got off to kind of a really good start. I got my shot timing right. I felt like my team wasn't quite right. I could feel some limitations of my team. We were having some close games, but we were seeing them out. And the first couple of games we won. A great start. That's how we wanted to start this year. If I'd come out the gate and lost 2 or 3 in a row, probably wouldn't have been in a great mood. But at the end of the day, we won those games. That's what's important. But I felt like the squad was limited. Now, one thing I wanted to do this year is change up the way I play, because the game really allows for it, right? Like you can be way more creative. You can use multiple different looks. It's not a case of spamming 3 dribble moves and shooting from the logo this year. So things like inside bigs, you know, that can't shoot, that can't stretch the floor, are more usable. So some of the choices I made were really based around the fact that I wanted a big who could really set me a screen and help me get open behind that screen, which is why you can see I picked up cards like Nate Thurman and PJ Brown from the start of stuff. Maybe not the obvious choices, but I felt like guards are going to be really available. I know I'm going to get Kyrie. I'm probably going to get Brandon Roy as well. I don't really need guards. What I need to work on short term is my bigs. But something just felt off. Even though we're winning games, it felt off. And I started to feel it. I started to feel it after that. We lost a couple of games. I think we were 3-2 shortly after that. And I could feel the squad just wasn't where I needed it to be. I felt offensively as well from a guard perspective. They just weren't doing what I needed to do. And this is where I really realized what NBA 2K24 is about and why I haven't had that strong reaction that a lot of people have had about the auction house situation, which I will talk about at the end of the video. I then went into the player market and went and looked for the cards that I know I like, right? I know I like Steph and I know I like his animations. I know I like Harden and I like his animations. And this, guys, this was the point where we started cooking. I moved Steph to my starting point guard and we just started lighting it up. At this point, I felt hyper confident of winning games and winning games comfortably. And I had Harden and Emerald running my offense off the bench. And he might have been the best player in my team. And this, guys, this is why it's important you don't fall into these FOMO traps this year. Yes, an Amethyst might be the best card on paper. I promise you with the gameplay this year, you do not need those cards. All you need to focus on is cards with animations that you like, that you can get on with and you can get the most out of. Tom Gugliotta ain't that card for me right now. Jason Tatum isn't that card for me right now. I don't need them. I can have fun doing this. And this is where I'll give you my take on the whole auction house situation. Initially, I was worried when the player market dropped and the tax and everything else. It's not a great situation. Let me say that absolutely explicitly. That's not a great situation. We're not in control of the market. It could go south. But as I kept playing, I realized two things. One, I know the cards I like and they were really, really cheap, guys. And the second thing is I was getting 4,000 MT for every salary cap game, win or lose. That is a lot of MT compared to what we were getting last year. That's not double. That's way more than double. So if you do want to be no money spent this year, then do it. There's nothing stopping you doing it. Just avoid the FOMO. It's the same as every other year. The high tier cards weren't accessible last year either unless you spent money. This is just how it is now. It's gaming as a whole. The key is, guys, you can have fun on this game. And the people that tend to have the most fun on this game, I'm just putting it out there, don't spend money. And they won't spend money this year either. And that's why I'm going down that route. Now, when it came to salary cap mode itself, guys, I absolutely love this mode. It's gonna be my favorite mode. Rewards wise, I don't know if it's gonna have the value that it really should, but we're gonna figure that out and we'll probably talk about that more on the podcast. But as a mode, just to play and have fun, I had a blast. And guys, I got to the point where I noticed I was 31st on the leaderboard and I was like, you know what? Let's keep playing until we get to top 10. We ended up going 5-2. We won the next couple of games. We ended up in the top 10 on the leaderboard. I don't think I'm ever going to see that again. What a cool screenshot that is. It's just awesome to see my name in the top 10 leaderboard. It's never going to happen again. I'm not an idiot. It's never going to happen again. I know. The next thing, guys, I jumped into TTO just to find my feet in the 3v3 mode. And again, just had a ton of fun. I was cooking through a Sapphire. It is Steph. I was cooking through that card. You know, the entire run, we went 10-2. We ran into Ruby squads, Amethyst squads. It didn't matter. It really didn't matter. At the end of the day, like I said, if you're more comfortable with the cards animations, you're going to have more success. You're going to have more fun with it. And again, I had a blast. The headline here, guys, for me of this whole video is this is the first time I played 2K probably since 22. Well, I didn't want to get off the game. I was playing online. I wasn't frustrated. I did lose some games, but I didn't lose my mind. I was just having fun. It was really fun just to play the game. And if you're going to come into this year and if you're going to play this game this year, I strongly advise you get into that mindset. Just get in the mindset of using cards that are cheap, that you want to use, comfortable with, and focus on enjoying playing the game. Because those god tier cards, those high tier cards that we're complaining about because we're missing out on them, you're not missing out on anything. Maybe when Shaq rolls around, that might be a problem. But right now, just get on and enjoy the game and we'll see how the market progresses. Right, before I check out, guys, I want to talk to you about who I am really quickly. There's a few things out there that quite frankly are pissing me off. I'll be honest with you. I see the comments, I see all of it. I see the reactions to me being associated with 2K. Let me tell you what my association with 2K does, okay? I'm the guy who's taken risks that no one else has taken. Let's be really clear about it. Last year when the bans happened, as a next maker, I brought Splash and Ty onto my podcast to talk about the bans, gave them a completely open platform and agreed with the majority of what they said during that podcast. I didn't stop ranting about the game, guys, because I'm connected with 2K. I speak to them directly. Every issue that you had as a community last year, I brought up to 2K last year. Sometimes it wasn't in my own interest, but I did it because that's what I do. I didn't stop ranting about this game because I'm associated with 2K. I stopped ranting about this game, one, because I don't need to. I can talk to them directly and have healthy conversations with them about the challenges in this game. And no, it doesn't always get somewhere, but I'm in a position to do that. And two, guys, I'm 39 years old. If you want me to be a 20-year-old content creator who rants and raves about everything that's going on, it ain't gonna happen. I'm not about to get 20 years old. I am 39. So that's the content you're gonna have to come here for. If you want thoughtful, balanced, unbiased, non-clickbait takes, I will give you that. And I'll always give you my honest opinion. But less of the suggestions of Shill and Jazz doesn't speak his mind, because I assure you, where it matters, I speak my mind probably more than anyone else in this community, and I do it to the right people. Either way, guys, that's the video. I had a blast on the first day. I hope you enjoyed it too. And I hope we can retain some level of positivity throughout this year and we don't start to drown in the negativity very quickly. I'm going to keep the right vibes on this channel. I'm going to continue to be honest with you. I'm going to continue to tell you how I feel. And I'm sure there'll be a day where I'm pretty annoyed with this game and I'll tell you that too. But right now, that was the most fun I've had playing 2K in a very, very long time. There it is. Like, subscribe, peace.